EJ Spark here, back with my underrated artist series where I talk about artists that I think deserves more streams, more monthly listeners, more radio time, more appreciation. And today I'm talking about the man Stalley from Ohio, blue collar gang, Stalley signed hat. You already know what it is. And I say Stalley this week because he did drop a project with producer Apollo Brown called Blacklight, and it is a project that everyone needs to hear, especially if you love hip hop. Apollo Brown production on this is fantastic, and I do think the beats are perfect for Stalley. You got that soulful, chill, old school feel hip hop, and it's a project where Stalley spits a lot of knowledge as per usual. Now, Stalley is an artist that was signed to Maybach Music Group a while ago, which is Rick Ross's record label, you know, with Meek Mill, Wale, and others. He is on all the SelfMade albums, and if you're a hip hop head, you would probably know that. He does have a few songs on SelfMade Volume 2. Those are probably his best songs out of the SelfMade projects. And if you're a Maybach music fan, of course, you would know that as well. And like I said before, Stalley's style definitely has a lot of old school influences that are really smooth, soulful, and he gets very introspective. Often talking about how he's gotten where he's gotten to in life and cars. He loves his cars, and I love when he talks about cars because he really does make like the perfect rider music. My favorite project of his is Ohio, and there's a song on it called Jack and Chevys, which is literally about Jack and Chevys, and it might be my favorite song by him. You can really hear how soulful and smooth his flow and delivery is in most of his songs and projects, honestly, but especially on the song Free on the Ohio album. And this album did have a couple like radio hits, which is One More Shot with Rick Ross and August Alsina, great song, and Always Into Something with Ty Dolla $ign, great chemistry there. But the Ohio album, which was I think his only studio album with Maybach Music Group, but this album's amazing, and this is definitely the first thing you should listen to when you're getting into Stalley. Now, he's also a workhorse, and he has provided us with like 17 projects in just the past 5 years, which is great because it provides us with a lot of good music and a lot of music to choose from when you want to listen to him. And he's never sold out to the radios or the mainstream, which is something I respect about Stalley a lot, and he always stays true to himself, and you can hear that in his lyricism. That's definitely one of the signs of a great artist, in my opinion. Not only did he release Blacklight, the collab album with Apollo Brown, but he also released Gone Baby Gone this year, which has two of my favorite songs by him in System on Loud 2, which the first one was on that Ohio album, and Oranges in June, which is just a great soulful song that you have to listen to, especially in the summertime. I would say Stalley's music really is the perfect music for riding around, summertime, windows down, or even in the wintertime, heat on, chilling, relaxing, smoking music. You know the vibe. And all of that is because of the soulfulness and introspectiveness aspects of his songs. He's really got that flow where you just bob your head. You could always have it on in the background. And he really makes you think profoundly about your life. The dude just spits a ton of knowledge. And every album of his does have his style, but the thing about Stalley is he really does have his own unique style and flow that I've never heard from any other artist before. And that's why I could really pick Stalley out of a crowd of artists, because he is so different. So he really does stand out to me. Now, in his Tell the Truth, Shame the Devil projects, there's 3 of them. I think they all have about 7 or 8 tracks each. He does have features from Young Scooter and Migos on there, so he does have a little more new school feel to it, and I do like the experimentation of it on this project and a couple other projects of his. And he's really been on fire since his Honest Cowboy mixtape. I'm pretty sure that was the very first project I heard of Stalley. So Honest Cowboy will always hold a special place in my heart, and especially because it does have features from Scarface and Schoolboy Q. When you think about all the artists that he's worked with, it makes me respect him that much more. I mean, Scarface, Schoolboy Q, Rick Ross, all of MMG, Trippie Redd, Migos, like, you know, people want to work with him. Another sign of a great artist. But my favorite project by him by far is Ohio, and my other favorite projects of his is Reflection of Self, The Head Trip, probably his most underrated project, that is probably the second project you have to listen to when you're listening to Stalley, because the production on that is insane. I think it's like a whole other level up, and so is his rapping. Then you have Speak No Blue and Gone Baby Gone. So those 4 projects are definitely my 4 favorite, and 4 that you should definitely listen to when getting into Stalley. And my favorite songs of his are Jack and Chevy's Always Into Something, 3:30 p.m., Badass Kids, A Main, and Oranges in June. So if you need some new music, definitely give those songs, those projects, and give Stalley a listen. I think he definitely deserves way more than, I think it's like 270,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. Dude deserves millions of monthly listeners. He's a great rapper. And especially with hip hop heads that really enjoy that old school feel rap with kind of a modern twist on it in 2021, you would really, really enjoy Stalley. So what artists do you think are underrated overall? Let me know in the comments below. I know I have a lot to talk about them, so I am going to start picking this series up a little bit more. So thank you so much for coming by. Subscribe to the channel if you love listening to music, talking music, making music just as much as I do. Follow me on Instagram, Twitch, Twitter at EJSpark1. And as always, you know what it is. It's peace, love. I love s'mores. EJ, out.